So we can start off, CEO. You can please share your screen and give a quick introduction about the speaker for today's session.
Yes, sir. So we are ready to start. Yep. So hello everyone. Very good evening to all of you. Yeah. Yes. So am I audible?
We can hear you. Please share your screen where the profile is there. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. I'm about to go. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, we can see the screen now. Please go to
Yeah.
the slideshow option and start the slideshow.
Yes.
From beginning, at the initial part, you will see that. Top left.
Yeah. Yeah. So a very good evening to all of you. As you all know, the reason why we've gathered over here is this webinar, and the topic of our discussion today is webinar or career in full stack development. So over the next 1 hour, we'll be talking about what full stack exactly it is, about what this program is all about, and how this program can help you to build your career in full stack web development. So it's just going to be an interactive session wherein we'll be like giving you information about the program and all the details about it. In the meanwhile, if you guys have your questions, your queries, you all can ask us, or you all can just put it out on chat as well. And let's just keep it an interactive session. So firstly, I'll start off with introducing the person who will be taking. Hello. Yeah. There are a couple of people joining us. Give me a minute.
Yes, yes, please go ahead. Individuals
Yes.
have joined. Yeah. Next slide.
Yeah. So over here today we have with us Mr. Sanjay Jaiswal. So Sanjay sir is going to be conducting this webinar, and let me give you a short introduction about him first. So Sanjay sir is a professor at Aegis. He is a BSc, MSc, and MCA developer, and he is a subject trainer expert. That is SME. So for the past 12 years, sir has been working in the full stack web development department. He's worked as a SQL, PL, SQL, and DevOps engineer. He's also a lead engineer and tech consultant for a variety of businesses, including Hopscotch and Tag.com, co-founder of Wizard Solutions, and IT consultant and service organizations. So I'll request Sanjay sir to take over now. So you can just maybe start off, and yeah, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. And thank you, Suyod, for giving an opportunity to talk with our participants. And I will, as we have already introduced about me, but still I will give a brief introduction about myself again to all the participants here. I am myself Sanjay Jaiswal, and I have been working as a full stack developer trainer for past 12 years. As far as my education background is concerned, I have done my BSc in physics, then after that MSc in physics. And at the very later point of my career, I upgraded myself to an official IT degree, that is your MCA degree. But throughout my career, I have been, you can say that I started with a very non-IT field. That is, I was basically from non-IT field. I completed my MSc in physics, and then later on, I started my career as a developer. After I have been a self-learned person. Basically, at that I completed my MSc in year 2007. So at that point of time, I did everything by my own. Then gradually after that, I started development, and then joined few of the companies, work on some projects, and then later on, I came into the training, and then I'm also taking trainings for many corporate pages and also new aspirants who wants to learn some new technologies, backend development, front end development, and also some DevOps. So that was about me. And today, as as we are here to discuss about the full stack development. Basically, we want to know what exactly the full stack development is, and also what are the career options in full stack development. So let's begin with our discussion. What is exactly development, or maybe full stack development, and what is there for you as a new aspirant or who wants to pursue the career in this particular field of IT, that is your full stack development. So as I can see here, the number of participants: Deepak Verma, then Krishna Veni, then Mukesh, Neha, and Snehal. So are there any more participants waiting to be joining, or these are the participants right now? So you
Yes, sir.
okay. So as you can hear me, everyone, I welcome you all on behalf of Aegis, and we will be discussing about the full stack development. That is, what is the career opportunities, and that is exactly the full stack development. Before I begin with my discussion on full stack development, guys, I will be really very much happy if you can put your query in advance, because there might be few candidates who might be already aware of the development or full stack development. Deepak, Krishna, Mukesh, Snehal. So if you have some idea about the full stack development or maybe anything related to this field, you can definitely raise your hands, or you just simply can unmute yourself or put some message in the chat box, and that would be really very happy to interact with you, because I don't want myself only speaking here. I want you all to interact with us. So if you have any query, be very much free to ask, because that's how you're going to learn more, or you're going to understand about the full stack development in deep concept. So anyone, yes, anyone, you can ask your query, unmute yourself. Yeah,
Good afternoon, sir.
yeah, Deepak.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I'm audible, sir.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, I have currently I'm pursuing my course software developing and testing and engineering from Seed Infotech Pune, and I have a acute knowledge of Java, core
Mhm.
Java, and manual testing and SQL.
Okay,
And sir, I don't know full stack development, but I am interested in full stack development.
very good, very good. Anyone else? Deepak, that was very nice to know that you are already into IT field and you want to pursue your career in full stack development. Anyone else? Yes, Neha, are you there? Mukesh, you want to ask anything or no questions? You can put your queries in your chat box, message box also, so that so that we can come to know what exactly are your queries. Okay. So coming back to our topic.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, are you provided a job or job related, yeah, any training, full stack development?
You mean training? Oh yes, we will be discussing this in this particular webinar. Now we'll be sharing some slides with you. What is exactly
Okay.
full stack
Fine.
development and all. Okay, so let's begin with our. I will first of all I will show you a small slide. What is exactly the full stack development, so that you can get an idea, overall idea what exactly you mean by full stack development. So let's begin. Okay. So first of all, we are here to discuss about the full stack development, and then secondly, we are going to discuss about the career opportunities in full stack development. And of course, while discussing this, we are going to go with the stats. Stats means what? If I give you the real-time data, real-time stats that you can also search on internet, then that will give an additional support to what we are actually saying, because when we say something to you, it is your duty to verify it, and you can verify with the stats. So whatever the things which you are going to discuss is basically you can verify with yourself. But here, first of all, we should know what is exactly the full stack development and what is the career opportunity. So let's try to begin and understand what do you mean by full stack development. So before understanding about the full stack development, you should know what is a technology stack. So the term stack in the full stack development is very important. When I say full stack, stack means it is a technology stack. And what is technology stack? So if I say what is technology stack, it is a collection of relevant skill sets and tools to work on a project development. So collection of skill sets. So when you are working on any project, okay, in any company, or if you want to work on any project, even if you want to, suppose if you want to start your own company and you want to implement your concepts, your idea, or you want to develop your products, so you can you have to know, you want to have some knowledge about your some collection of the technology or skill sets with you. So either you will having technology skill sets alone, or you might be have some group of people who will be working with you, or a team that will be working along with you in a group, and then everyone will have their own set of skill set, and then later on with all those skill sets, all those tools, you're going to develop a full-fledged working project. Okay, so basically technology stack is what collection of the skills, that is basic tool sets that you require for a development of project. Okay, now what is full stack development? So we have to understand, when we know that technology stack is a collection of skill set and tools. So what is full stack development? Of course. So we have to understand with the help of an example. So let's discuss with an example. So I will give you an example. What is basically what do you mean by full stack development? So here I have one slide in front of you where it is saying that a website or application. So this is an example of website or application. Now what is a website and what is a web application, first of all? So website, yeah, in day-to-day life, we are using so many different types of websites and web applications. Now, if you categorize them, the websites that you are using, you can categorize them into so different categories. For example, for say for entertainment purpose, you have your different types of online audio video streaming platforms. That is also a web platform. That is a website. For social networking, that is like your Facebook and your Instagram. So you have social networking platform or websites like those Facebook and Instagram, and then you have professional websites, like professional networking websites like LinkedIn. You may have your online ticket booking platforms like your IRTC railway, or you might have your flight booking platforms, ticket. So all online ticket booking or online movie ticket booking, online shopping websites like your e-commerce platforms. So these are all different types of websites. Okay, and all these websites or web applications, they run on your browser. And apart from website, you also have some web applications. So whatever application you use in your day-to-day life, for example, if you go into any company or say small organization, they might have their uh, own web applications. They might be using different types of web applications like ERP system, or say they might be using some online billing system, inventory management systems, or they might be using something which is related to your GIS, geographic information system, or management MIS, management information system, all HR related software. That is so different types of applications are there which we know. Okay, and all these applications, if these applications are web-based application, they will be running on your browsers. Now, what are browsers? Whatever in day-to-day life you use Mozilla Firefox, your Internet Explorer. Okay, all these are, or Firefox, these are all your web browsers. So whatever that you use or you run on your browser is called either a website or a web application. Okay, so now website or web application, when we talk about website or web application, to develop a website or an application, you require two important things. First of all, there is a compulsory front end part. That is, whenever you open any website or any web application, the first thing you see in front of you is your front end. Now, what is a front end? So front end is a kind of thing that you will be able to see at first when you open any website. So it is a front end with which you are going to interact with any website or web application. Okay, and then there along with the front end, that is the design that you see is called as your front end, but along with the front end you might also have your back end. Now it is not necessary that every website will have the backend, but few of the website will have backend also. Okay, so now to understand more about your front end, so let's try to understand how the front end is created. Okay, so what you see in the front is called as front end, also known as your graphical user interface. So whatever website or application when you open it, which you see in front, or different pages you open in your website, all those are your the graphical user interface. Okay, graphical user interface means what? The user is actually going to interact with the system or software, that is your web application or website, with the help of this front end. Okay, and to design the front end, what we use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But CSS and HTML are very much important to design any front end when we talk about your web application or websites. Okay, JavaScript is optional, but nowadays most of the website in the front end they use JavaScript also to make your website more interactive. Okay, so you can design your front end with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And now, what is your user interface? We can see you can see on your screen we have our interface like your web interface, that is we are discussing website or web application will run on web browser, so it is called as your web interface or web UI. But applications or websites, web applications or software are not only limited to your web applications, but you can also have your mobile applications. You can also have your desktop application, though desktop applications are now not that much popular. Nowadays more popular are your web applications because everything is now running on your browser. Even your softwares nowadays they are all web based software, so no desktop application nowadays. Most companies and most of the vendors they are providing the web application instead of desktop application. Desktop application means that is running on your desktop, like your laptop or computer. Okay, but everything in today we are using all are on your web browser. Mobile applications altogether different thing. It will run these are the applications that run on your mobile, and to obviously when you have mobile applications in your iOS phone or Android phone or Windows phone, you have to install the applications, and you also have the applications interfaces, that is your mobile UI. Okay, so these are all different types of UI, but we are focusing more on our web applications and websites. Okay, because today most of the applications, most of the big large scale applications, okay, they are all running on your website. Although there are many companies which also have their mobile application, but they are basically service based company, like your e-commerce website or ticket booking, all those things kind of thing, they will be on your mobile, they will be providing you mobile application also. But when we talk about big MNCs and companies or manufacturing companies, they are using different types of large scale softwares like your MIS, ERP, and all those things, so they will not prefer mobile, but they will work on browser. So web applications have more large applications. Okay, now let's talk about the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript very briefly. So what to design the front? That is, to design something we need HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So HTML, as you can see in the on your screen, HTML is like providing it is like creating a structure, very new structure. So you can create the structure with the help of HTML, but the structure will not look very beautiful unless and until you provide some style. Okay, like interior designing, your decoration, colors, painting, unless and until you don't provide any style, your structure will not look appealing. And therefore apart from HTML, we also require CSS. What does the CSS do? CSS will provide good style to your design. Okay, so that it will be very much it will look very much appealing to the user. Okay, and then with the help of your HTML, CSS, you can create a website. But JavaScript will give some interactivity and its behavior. Now, without JavaScript also, you can create a website only using HTML, CSS, that is front end. But if you don't use JavaScript, it is okay. But what JavaScript does is, it will give some behavior. What is behavior now? When I say behavior, behavior means what? Nowadays, we have seen that there are so many websites. When you see there are so many sliders on the website, that is carousels. Image keep on scrolling, message keeps on popping, scrolling. Then you have smooth transition. You see that loader whenever you load some page, you will see some rotating loader symbol. You will see drop down messages. You see drop down menus. When you go from one web page to another page, you will see smooth transition. All those things are done with the help of your JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript will give some kind of user interactivity behavior to your web page. So that is all about your front end designing. So to design a basic static website, you need HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, and to be very frank, nowadays you don't have you only need to learn basic HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and all your task is now accomplished with the help of advanced HTML, CSS frameworks. Okay, so there are frameworks also available that are built on HTML and CSS. So you can use those framework and you can create your static web pages or front end. So like your Bootstrap and Tailwind CSS and other things. So you can do with that also. So that was about your front end. So front end is basically what you see in front. Designing of the pages is called as your front end. So I hope front end is clear to you. Do we have any query, guys? Please ask, because I will give some time to interact with you. So tell me, what is your query related to your front end? If you have any doubt, please ask. Yes, good afternoon, Rajkumar. Please put on your queries, guys. If you have any queries. Yes. No queries. Feel free to ask. Okay. Because I am not here. We are not here to actually give you a lecture kind of thing, a boring lecture kind of thing, because I want some input from your side also, because unless and until you don't ask or you don't show interest, then this interaction becomes a bit kind of boring. So guys, please raise your questions, your doubt, and don't be shy to ask, because this is the right time you have to ask, you have to clear your doubts, because it is that period of time in your career where you have to decide about your career. Okay, and till today you are in the final year, or you have completed your graduation. No one is going to ask beta what you are doing. But once you complete your graduation and once people start asking beta what you are doing, that actually it is like a question that you cannot digest. So please decide, and whatever queries you have in your mind, anything, you can simply put on the message or ask. Okay, so that was about your front end. Now front end is basically designing. Now what is back end? Now when we're talking about the website or web application, most of the website and web application, they are dynamic in nature. Now what is dynamic websites? Dynamic websites are those websites whose content keep on updating, changing from in time to time. Okay, that is the for example, if I give an example of a dynamic website, it is like your news portal. Okay, or it can be your e-commerce platform, e-commerce websites. So in your news portal, what you see daily, you will see that new news updates is continuously updated every minute or every second, or every minute or every hour. Okay, so whenever you open the website, next time you always see the new content. Similarly, in your e-commerce website or your say Facebook also, when you open your Facebook, what you see every day, every hour you open the Facebook, you see content keeps on updating, changing. So that kind of website is not a static website, but a dynamic website. A dynamic website's data keeps on updating, and from where this data comes from, which is updated, so that data is updated in the backend. So in backend we have data. Okay, in backend we have data. That is, we update the data. When we update the data in the backend, that data is now fetched from the database and it is bind with the front end, that is your HTML, CSS, HTML and CSS, applying some CSS, and it will be reflected. So every time you update any data, that data is reflected on your front end. Okay, and to reflect the changes, whatever data you update in the backend, to reflect that data in the front end, what you do? We use programming language. Okay, so programming language will help you to update the data. Okay, it will try to interact with your database in the backend. Database is a storage, that is storage in your server. So whatever data you keep on your server storage, that will be updated in the front end with the help of your programming language. Okay, but not always the data is there in your database. Okay, the data which you want to show in the front end, in the front, it is not always present in the back end. It is also coming from third party. Now, what is third party services? Like, suppose that if I want to show the data which is not provided by me, my own server, but it is provided by some other server or some other third party server. So I can also bring that data using some API. API is a means to access the data, remote data. Okay, so I can also bring that data and show in my website. So that is also achieved with the help of your programming language. So so you will have, you should know the database knowledge, that is DBMS software. You should also have the knowledge of your programming, so that you can create a dynamic website. In the backend, you will work on the backend. So together with the front end and together with the backend and database knowledge, you will become a full stack developer. Okay, so a full stack developer will have the knowledge of both front end as well as back end. Okay, so backend programming language interacts with the front end, and DBMS in the backend, it also integrates third party services. A DBMS is a software that will manage your database on the server. Okay, local server or remote server. So that is your about your backend. Now, what are the different types of programming language in the backend you can use? What are the different types of DBMS software you can use? So you have your Python, PHP, C Sharp, that is C Sharp.NET, that then you have JavaScript, you have Scala, C++, Node.js. All these are different languages that are used for developing your backend. Okay, and also for DBMS, you have different types of DBMS software for database, like your Oracle, PostgreSQL, DB2. But as a developer, when you are pursuing your career, you don't have to learn everything. You can select few of the technology and you can become a full stack developer. That is, you can become a full stack developer in Python also. You can become full stack developer in PHP also. You can become a full stack developer in Java, .NET, Node.js, that is JavaScript. So it is up to you, and also I will say it is up to companies' requirement. What is the current trend of hiring? How companies are today hiring candidates? So as far as our observation goes, nowadays there is more demand for Java developer, full stack Java developer, .NET developer, and also your JavaScript developer compared to Python and other or even also .NET developer. But if you have to select, I will definitely give you an option to select your Java or your say JavaScript and your PHP and .NET. That will be the our suggestion. But then it is not necessary. It is up to you. You want to pursue your career in full stack Python developer, that is okay. But anyways, these are the different options you can select. So I hope this is clear to you. What is the front end? What is back end? Any doubt, guys? Please ask.
No, sir.
Yes. What about others, guys? Yes, friends, you have any other query? Please ask. Okay. So that was about backend, that is full stack development, that is front end and backend. But you know, only learning front end and backend is not enough nowadays. As I told you, when we talk about full stack development, so these days there is much more expected from the candidates. For example, you should also be aware of your DevOps tools. What is development operation tools? So for this, I will give a simple example. Why DevOps is important, and why to nowadays in full stack development and operation is going to play a very important role when you want to get the job. Okay, when you want to when you want to apply for any company, they will see that you know front end and back end properly, but also you know some DevOps tools. So for the reason is very simple. The reason is that nowadays everything is been developed. That is, everything is developed for the clouds. I will say everything is migrating to the cloud. What is a cloud? Cloud is like a big server, big computer, super fast computer, super fast server with lot of storage, lot of different types of software, lot of memory, I will say. Then they have a scalable servers, that is lot of RAM, lot of processing power. So cloud computers are very fast computers. So now everyone is trying to uh, deploy their applications on cloud. Okay, so and also second reason is that nowadays work from home is very common. Now companies are hiring the people not only from one location, they can hire the candidates from any location, and from any location a candidate can work for company. So when a candidate is working remotely, so there are some tools which are required for a candidate to work remotely on clouds or remote server. So like your Git and GitHub is an example. So you should be aware of those technologies. Then for deployment or for pipelining, you have to use some app tools. So all this knowledge is also very important, and this has become a very integral part of development. You cannot ignore this. Okay, so you should also learn basic tools, DevOps tools, and that is why when we say full stack developer, it is not only limited only to backend and front end. Okay, now it is also about your front end, back end plus DevOps. So from this diagram, you can see whatever you are doing nowadays are on your cloud, and cloud provides everything nowadays. Every kind of software it is providing, so you don't even have to buy your software or tools to develop things. Everything will be on cloud. So you develop everything on the cloud, you deploy on the cloud, you test on the cloud, and you can work in a team on the cloud. So for all these things, for remote working, you have to learn some extra tools. That is your DevOps skill. Okay. So that was about your full stack development. Okay. So do you have any questions about this now? Anything, guys? Yes, please ask. Yes, guys. No questions? You can put your questions on your message box also. Okay, you can chat box also, because I want you all to ask something from. Otherwise, you know, you want to ask anything? Okay. So if you don't have any questions, okay, I assume that you have you got it. What I want to tell you, what is about the full stack development. But then there are questions that we get oftenly from so many students, even after the webinar, where most of the students, they feel shy to ask, so they ask after the webinar. And in fact, in general also, so many students or new students, freshers, they keep on asking such questions. So we have some of the common questions for you, and I hope it might be your question as well. So for the first question that is oftenly asked with me, or in fact my team, is that I have done engineering in civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, or also plain BSc, BCom, BA students. Can I learn coding and become a full stack developer? This is very, very common question, and the reason is that because nowadays there are so much opportunity in IT field, whether it be a full stack development, or it might be your data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence, all those areas. There is so much vacancies and so much hiring that is going on into IT field. So non-IT students are also they're also very much inclined towards this particular field, and they want to do something. They want to do something in IT. So this is a very common question. I can say a small fear in their mind. Can I do this IT? I can get into the IT field because I have never done the any kind of programming in my life, or even if I have done, it is very small amount of programming. That is a very common question. So for answer for that is very simple. Yes, you can do it, because the basic thing that you require for learning programming or doing some coding is that you should know some basic mathematics, very basic mathematics, and basic logical reasoning and thinking. Okay, basic. And I think in your 9th, 10th, 12th, you have already, as an BE student or BSc student or even BCom student, BA student, in till 12th you have already done some mathematics and also some kind of statistics and logical reasoning. So if you are aware of that, and if you have done that, then that will become your basic building block. That is, from there you can start your career and you can learn your programming, because anyways you are going to learn everything from the basics. And to become a coder or a programmer, it will not take much time, because even if you start with a zero, within a period of 3 to 4 months you can easily learn any programming language, and within a period of 6 months you can learn a full-fledged programming language, that is from its basic programming to its advanced programming, and also with some frameworks within the 6 month period. So, and I am telling you with the experience, because we have so many students who have done it. They are from all, they most of them were from non-IT background, so they have done it. So yes, you can do it. So that is not a big issue. Okay, some of the students also ask that I am already aware of full stack development, but is it worth learning full stack development? Okay, so some of them say that I am aware of the full stack development. I know what is full stack development, but should I learn it? Is it worth learning the full stack development? If I spend some 6 to 9 months of training, if I give some 9 months of period in training, and then after that, what is the that is a big question. Is it worth learning? So that we will be discussing. I have some stats before you, and then how much time it will take to become a full stack developer if I begin with a very basic non-coder from non-IT field, and what is the scope of full stack development. These are very, very much common questions that come. So let's check with the facts. If you can see my screen, you will see that this is the 2022 figure compared to last year, that is 2021. You will see that the demand for full stack developer has tremendously grown. That is 35% increase in the demand for full stack developer. Okay, then as I told you, full stack developer is backend developer as a front end developer with DevOps. So if you're only applying for backend technology, that is backend development, you will see there is a demand for there is increase in 34% demand in backend development. Then you can see for DevOps, that is increase in 28%. Then for application, that is mobile apps and other application development, is 26%. Then for front end development, it is 24% increase. So if you see that, if you are a full stack developer, you are almost eligible for all these things. That is from backend, front end, DevOps, application, and full stack developer. So there is huge demand and increase in the demand. So if you say that should I opt for full stack development, it is definitely yes, because if you do it today, within a period of say 1 year or say 9 months or say 9 to 10 months, you will have job, provided you seriously do it. Okay, so you have to do it very seriously, and of course you have to always you need some support, some guidance from proper people. So with the proper guidance and with the proper trainers, you can definitely become a full stack developer within a period of 9 months, and you can of course grab this opportunity that is in front of you. And second thing, that if you search for the jobs for full stack developer on very famous job portals, you will see that almost there are more than 1,20,000, or even today, one day I saw that it was around 1,50,000. So you can see that it keeps on varying, but it will always be in a increasing side. For now it will not be in a decreasing side. So the demand for full stack development is only increasing day by day, and maybe in probably next couple of years it is going to be the top job provider. So you have to think about it very seriously. If you can search it today, you will see that more than 1.2 lakh jobs are still vacant. So you can apply for that if you provided you have completed your full stack development in on time. So time is very important factor. So you don't have to waste much time. Okay. So yeah, talking about the salary. So that is also very important motivation factor. How much amount of salary I am going to get if I do the full stack development in India, and of course if I go to abroad. So in India, you will see that the salary is starting average salary is 6.25 lakh. That is when you are a beginner. Okay. And then if you compare with other countries, of course it is 6.5 6.25 like sound to be very less compared to Germany, Australia, UK, Canada and USA, where you can see that there is almost 50 lakh and above packages for full stack developer. But again, if you want to go to foreign country, you have to have an experience of at least one year or 1.5 years. So most of the candidate that go for abroad as a full stack developer, they either work 1.5 to 2 years in India, or they might be they might have done some their studies from abroad and they are getting the jobs there. So, but when you're starting here in India, you will get a basic salary, that is the starting salary of 6.25 lakhs, and within the period of 1 to 2 years, it may also jump to 12 to 15 lakhs, and that is with stats. We have seen the candidates, we have trained the candidates, the students who have also been placed with a salary of more than 12 to 15 lakhs. So, if you seriously do your full stack development, if you seriously go for this particular career option, so you can do good. That I'm sure, and I'm confident about that. So please think about it. So that was about your full stack development, and with that I have shown you what is the demand for full stack development, and you can do your own research, and definitely you can opt for this particular career option. And now Professor Ritin sir will be guiding you to our next session, that is your PGP in full stack development. Thank you very much.
Hello, thank you, Professor Sanjay, for this wonderful session. So we have the enthusiastic individuals who are looking forward to make their career in full stack development, the full stack enthusiasts, further I would say. So we have seen that what is the transition, what kind of salaries, what are the technologies you need to upgrade yourself upon in that session, what we have done. So now what this program holds and what is there for you. So I'll quickly hardly take 5 minutes time and explain that what is there in this program, which will take you to the dream job of yours to get into the software industry. So I'll quickly share my screen, and the team, please tell me whether you can see it or not. Can you see my screen now? Is it visible? Professor Sanjay, can you see that screen?
I can see.
Okay, brilliant. So, as we have seen,
sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Yes.
Meanwhile, students, if you have any queries, please, because that is more important. If you have any kind of queries, please put on in the chat box, because I would be very happy to answer you. So feel free to please put your queries. Thank you.
Certainly try to make this session more interactive, guys. So I have seen that there are a few candidates, Mohit, Mukesh, and some of you are interacting as well. So try to make the session more interactive so that most of your queries will be resolved. And as a result, the others, individuals who are not asking, but they would have the similar queries, their queries will also get resolved in that way. So now coming back to the program that we offer, it is a quick brief about Aegis I'll give you. So at Aegis, we are primarily an institution, and we started our journey almost 2 decades back with the support of Bharti Airtel, because that was a time when telecom disruption was happening. So Airtel, he supported IIT Delhi in Mumbai and Aegis, IIT Delhi and Aegis Mumbai, in order to develop the cross-functional leaders. This is how the journey got started. Almost 8 years back, we joined hands with IBM, you all must be aware about, and we started Asia's only master's program in data science and cybersecurity, that we are successfully running these programs as well. And other areas you can look forward for, that is Data Science Congress, Aegis Gramble Award, which is the world, one of the largest innovation award that we host. Now coming back to this program that we are offering, which is a postgraduate program in full stack development. It is a pay after program model that we are delivering. So there would not be much burden on your shoulder if you guys are looking forward for the payment structure or the fee part as well. So quick brief about the structure of this course and the eligibility criteria. I believe most of you who are attending this session, they are eligible. And the duration of this course is entirely 9 months, in which it's an on-campus model plus live interactive also, depending upon whatever model would suits you. So it consists of entire 6 months of training, actual training, which is 3 months of front-end technologies that we'll be working upon. Like Professor Sanjay has told you that what you'll be learning in the front end. 3 months will be spending absolutely upon backend, and that is absolutely backed up by the real life projects. So major USP of this course is real projects, because this will make you employable and you become go-getter for the company. So 3 months will be for the projects. And it could also happen within that 6 months of training, you get your hands so much dirty on the technology and the companies will pick you up. The commencement date is happening. It is that the program is commencing starting from 20th June and August, for which the applications are open. And bachelors and graduates in any discipline, they are eligible. Quick process, I'll tell you. I suggest my team, Suyog is there. My colleague, I would suggest him to please share that program link over chat box to everyone, so that most of you individuals will get that link. You can copy it to your system. You can take a snapshot as well. And because applications are open, guys, online application need to be filled up. Once we receive the application, you need to appear on this Aegis aptitude test, then followed by the admission interview, and the admission offer would be extended. The deadline for the first phase is on 5th of June. Till that date, we are accepting the applications. Quick highlights about this course. The program will be taught by the best of the brains, full stack developers, the top faculties. It's a completely applied program, because major USP is the real project that will be putting up your efforts upon. Another part would be the real projects participants they get to work upon, which is a portfolio projects. Participants, they will get the exposure of the state-of-the-art labs, what we have set up, through which you are connected 24/7. These are all virtual labs. Curriculum that has already been explained to you by Professor Sanjay itself. So it is one of the most comprehensive curriculum, which is as per the industry need and the requirement we have designed. There is no financial burden, as it's a pay after program model. So once you get a job, a minimal registration fee that you have to pay, and the remaining fees you can pay off once you have a job in your hand. And world-class LMS on cloud, whatever lecture we deliver, you have the access of these sessions 24/7. You can revive these sessions any point of time. And obviously the career management center access that you will get, which will help you in terms of getting your placements, which are extremely sky high placements candidates that they will get. What and how to opt for this model? It's very simple. As I mentioned, applications are open. For first phase, deadline is 5th of June. Once you receive the application, I would request the team to please unmute the individual, because there are background noises would be coming up. Online application would be coming up. So we are accepting it till 5th of June. Once we receive your application, guys, your online aptitude test would be conducted. And it is happening on 6th and 7th of this month, next month, June itself. And then the interview would be done. In case you get through and shortlisted, we give the admission offer to you. And in case you need to pay, in case you get through and shortlisted, a minimal registration fee that you have to pay, and the remaining entire fees you have to pay once you get the job offer and once you get hired. So this is no financial obligation kind of model, pay after program that we are offering. What you will learn: front end, back end, database, DevOps technologies, other technologies. I'll not spend much time, because my colleague already has shared a complete spectrum about the technology that we'll be learning in this program. Moving on, quick snapshot again to give you a kind of to make you understand that this is what the requirement, this is what the company's requirements are. So in total, more than 1 lakh jobs available. If you go to Indeed, Naukri portal, you will get to know this is what the requirement would be. Again, quick guide, guys. 5th June is the application deadline for the first phase. Commencement date on campus Mumbai, 20th June. In August, we are starting this program. So go ahead, fill the application. Quick process again, online application, open, deadline is 5th June. Online application test would be conducted. And 6th and 7th would be the test and the interview would be done. In case you get shortlisted, we get the admission offer letter. There are other programs which you guys can look forward to, which is a full-time postgraduate program in data science, business analytics, and big data. This is a complete master's program for 11 months, what we do offer. We also offer a postgraduate program in cybersecurity, which is an on-campus and live interactive mode of delivery, which you can pick up depending upon interest. We have a specific program into applied AI, machine learning, and deep learning, which is a PGP in AI, ML, and DL. Both models available, completely on-campus model and the live interactive for the candidates who are in overseas and in the areas where it is tough for them to come to Mumbai or Bangalore, where we have the campus. You can consider these programs as well. So these are my coordinates, guys. I'm Ritin Joshi, and you can get back to me or my colleague Suyog as well. My coordinates are, you can see the coordinates as well. You can reach out to us in case you would have any questions and queries. So we are open for the questions, guys. If you would have any questions, we would suggest you to please come up with the questions if you would have any. So we would love to answer your queries. Let me check. There are some chat boxes popping up.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, first of all, good afternoon, sir. Good evening,
Good
sir.
afternoon. Good evening. Okay. What is your name? Deepak,
I'm
right?
Deepak Verma, sir. Sir,
Yes,
my
Deepak,
question is, after shortlist, do you have any training fees?
Typically the fee for this program, application fee is negligible, but yes, in case you get through and shortlisted, total program fee is 1.5 lakhs, Deepak. Okay. Out of which the candidates, they need to pay a very minimal amount, 50,000, which is the registration fees. And the remaining 1 lakh would be paid once you have a job in your hand. And for the placements, we have a dedicated career management center who provide you the placements as well.
Okay, sir.
Clear? So anybody, Sanjay, Snehal, Minnai, Shivakumar, Krishna, Raman, Rajkumari, because I have seen you guys have been on and off. If you would have any questions, guys, type it over chat box. Or if you have flexibility, you can raise your question over using your microphone also. Anybody would have any questions? So, Suyog, can you hear me? Suyog, are you there? Yes, so I'll just do one thing. I'm just copying that application link right now. I believe my colleague might have left because of the network issue. Give me a quick moment. I'm just copying that application link and sharing with you right now. Just allow me a moment, guys. Yeah.
Sorry, there was some technical issue.
No worries. Yeah. So I have just typed it over chat box. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see that. If you get that link, give me a thumbs up, guys. Can you see that link on your chat box? Sahana, you were asking about the application link. Can you get that? Can you see that? We've already shared earlier as well. IT team has already shared that application link. Brilliant. Okay. So I've seen your thumbs up, Deepak. So it was nice communicating with you guys on the Saturday evening. So we wish you a very amazing career ahead. And if you guys are looking forward to, this would be a brilliant platform for you to revamp your career and start your career and make your career sky high in that full stack, because the companies, they are voraciously looking forward to hire the individuals who have the right technology and the talent. So thank you so much for spending time with us, and thanks for being a nice audience as well. And thank you so much, Professor Sanjay, for giving us valuable information to our future budding full stack developers, or the full stack enthusiasts, rather, I would say. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure communicating with you guys, and all the very best for your future career endeavors. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.